this week, we're jumping into another thing that I screwed up. Now this one's kind of wild. Yeah, you just have to listen to the story. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's time once again for another lecture, another Tuesday edition of this fine YouTube series known as Talk to Me Tuesday. I, of course, am your host, Professor Christopher. And I'm here to be honest and open and let you know what I screwed up. But first, I want to make sure that you guys are continuing to visit my website, www.archerfinancialservices.org, for a description of all the services that I offer. Also, make sure you guys are checking out my podcast, The Main Cast, and that can be found on Spotify, Anchor, should be Google Podcasts at this point. And let's see, what did I say? Spotify, Google, Apple, and Anchor. Yes, those are all the spots where my podcast can be found. So now we're telling something else that I screwed up, right? Didn't know what was going on until I found out what was going on, right? So we're going back to those college years, those early years, okay? So this is a little bit after, months after I got that initial credit card. I had a friend came by the room, no. Like, yo, bro, they're giving out free pizzas at Domino's. All you have to do is bring your student ID. I'm like, word? Free pizza? That's it? That's all you gotta do? I'm thinking that this is one of those college perks. You just go, and then you'll be able to swipe that student ID, leave with a box of pizza, and you just get on down. And it's like, thank you for coming. Go Tigers, go. Because I went to the esteemed University of Memphis. So we mobbing. We didn't take our cars, because the pizza place, you could walk. We were young. We could get that exercise. It didn't matter. So, we're walking and talking and laughing and joking and all of this and everything else. So we get to the pizza place. And they're like, hey, are you guys here for the free pizza? And we're like, yeah, free pizza. They said, you got your IDs? And we're like, yes, we have our IDs. So, then we swipe our IDs and everything. And they said, what kind of pizza would you like? You can only get one topping. And we're like, oh, well, I want cheese. I want pepperoni. I want sausage. Are you sure we can have only one topping? All kinds of wild, crazy things, So, as we swipe, I noticed there was a guy or two, over there, they're click-clacking on the keyboard, I just thought they were using the computer, whatever. They click-clacking away, right? Fast forward a couple of weeks, they come back again. You guys want a free pizza? And we're like, yeah, again. Yeah, we can still only get one topping, right? And they're like, yeah. We're like, yeah. So, swipe that student ID again. Same folks over in the corner. Just typing away. Didn't matter, I got pizza, right? Pizza with my friends. Fast forward a couple weeks. I'm at home. My mom checks the mailbox. She's like, hey, you got some mail here from a credit card company. And it was 2 letters, right? It was 2 letters. So we opened them together, and it was 2 credit cards in the mail. Like these weren't those demo cards. that, you know, they send you when you have a credit card offer. Like, these were 2 active credit cards. And she's like, when did you apply for a credit card? I was like, I didn't. I mean, clearly, I don't know. Like, where these credit cards come from? So, of course, you know, I sound like I'm lying because, you know, why would I apply for credit cards when I already have one at this point in time? And then it's 2. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on and anything like that. So we continue reading on. And then, of course, there is a blurb mentioned that, of course, by us getting that free pizza, we were also giving them permission to apply for credit cards for us. Now, on I guess they had access to some kind of card reader, and our student IDs had like pertinent information on them. Like, clearly, if you can swipe it, you can access it, right? So I'm assuming they had the same thing that the universities have as far as like the swiping the information, and you could plug and play and put this information in wherever it went. It was really, really strange, right? So, and I'm like, wow. And she's like, well, what did you do? I was like, well, there was a thing that me and my friends went to, and they gave us free pizza, and all we had to do was swipe our IDs. And it was like, well, clearly that's what happened. So here's where we screwed up, right? So although I had those cards under false pretenses, I should have kept one of them. You know, if clearly I got them, right? So I was approved for them, but I should have kept one of them. And I say that because, like I said, I got that card, but we didn't know this at the time that the APR was going to keep increasing like it was. But I should have kept that other card, you know, just to have it, you know, because that would have been another piece of me being able to build my credit. But instead, we closed both of the cards, and both of those cards were on my credit for a little bit. After we closed them, I mean, they're not there now because they were closed or whatever, but they were on my credit for quite a while. And looking back now, I should have had that card that we applied for before I started school and got, and we probably just should have went on and kept that other card too. Because like I said, we could have worked out a plan for both of those. Like, use this card for this, and you can use this card for that. At that point in time, I was working, so I was able, to do some things, but I was paying cash for those things. I could have maybe used, we didn't have this kind of planning, but maybe I could have used one card, for groceries, and then I could have used another card strictly for emergencies or something like that. Who knows? But now that I think about it and I go back and I'm like, man, we messed that up too. Should have kept it. Should have kept one, at least one. Who knows? Who knows what kind of limit I could have had on that by now? But you live and you learn.